see what this is all about here. The wonder drug that saved Pat Robertson's life and what everyone should know about it. Okay, so there's a wonder drug that I read about that saved Mr. Robinson, saved his life. This wonder drug is basically it's kind of like they said it was like a TPA. So we'll go ahead and read about that. Time is everything. Strokes rob far too many people of their abilities to speak and move. But now doctors are giving stroke patients an intravenous drug that can restore them to normal. There is a catch: timing. So basically this drug, if you can catch it before it happens, the drug will stop you from having that stroke, and then it'll make you back normal. You just have to have that perfect timing to do it. Most strokes are caused by clots that block blood flow to the brain. When that happens, brain cells die. Some 2 million each minute. To limit the damage, the drug TPA, short for tissue plasminogen activator, can quickly dissolve the clot to get the blood flowing. Dr. Bruce Lowe, Director of Emergency Medicine at Centara, Norfolk General Hospital, told CBN News, TPA is a game changer. I've seen patients who've had significant neurological symptoms who have completely resolved with this drug, he said. With less damage comes faster recovery. Most TPA patients can go home, not to a rehabilitation facility. While TPA can restore people to normal, as many as 90% of stroke victims are unable to receive it because they arrive at the hospital too late. TPA must be given within 4 hours of the onset of stroke symptoms, and many people don't recognize these signs soon enough. They happen suddenly and often include numbness of weakness of the face, arm and leg, especially on one side of the body, confusion to include not speaking or understanding well, trouble seeing in one or both eyes, difficulty walking, dizziness, and losing balance. Dr. Lowe says stroke symptoms can be subtle. You may not recognize you're having a stroke, he explained. A lot of times people are in denial because they're not having pain and it doesn't feel urgent like a heart attack does. So a lot of the times people may wait and delay, and our ability to treat with interventions like TPA don't become an option anymore. Unfortunately, patients should call 911 immediately upon experiencing any of these symptoms, because emergency crews can start treatment on the way to the hospital. Well, that's pretty cool. Definitely the sooner that we give the TPA, the better, Dr. Lowe said. We know that if we give it to them within the first 60 minutes of symptoms onset, that people have the best outcomes. Learning stroke symptoms and taking quick action should they appear matter greatly, because beating a stroke often comes down to beating the clock. Amen to that. How to come up with this TPA that can actually stop that blood clot and make it better. I mean, that's just crazy. Amen to that. That's the drug that Pat Robertson, that 700 Club, Pat Robinson, the old man that is awesome. Like, listen to him sometimes. And it saved his life. Took the TPA, got there in time. It's a cool story. Check it out. Just talked about that. Talked about him in that other story that I was reading. TPA, yeah, you guys need to really look up that drug and figure it out and try to get, you gotta try to get to know it, just to get the symptoms, the numbness and weakness of the face, the arms, legs, especially the side of the body, confusions to include non-speaking or understanding well, trouble seeing in one or both eyes, definitely walking dizziness. I feel like I got all those, I feel like I got all those symptoms, it's kind of crazy. It's hard to wonder if it's like if that TPA is something like a pill, you pop it in and swallow it or something, or is it injected in you or something like that? I don't know. Alright, in Jesus' name, that was an awesome story. We all need to find out all these new drugs that they got that help us out and stuff, because God gives people the energy and the power to figure stuff out.